Now, a message from NUFDI Senior Policy Analyst Andrew Ghalili for a challenge to the Iranian American community.
Hey everyone, today I want to talk a little bit about what NUFDI has been doing on the Hill with the community and what's to come for the next year and the near future. So this year, building on the progress and the advocacy with the MASA Act, NUFDI worked closely with Reps Jimmy Panetta and Joe Wilson to introduce the Maximum Support Act. This was a comprehensive bill that included many of the core provisions of the NUFDI FDD Crown Prince Maximum Support Strategic Policy Initiative, including defections, internet access, et cetera. While this Maximum Support Act did not yet advance to the floor or to the markup vote, it has planted a flag in Congress: maximum pressure on the oppressors, maximum support for the people. Now, working with FDD and FDD Action, because of the Max Support Act being stalled in the House a little bit, we took another step forward. We introduced 3 core provisions of the Maximum Support Act as NDAA amendments. 2 of those 3 provisions we learned today were included in the NDAA, so big progress there. Congratulations to everyone who advocated for that. This means our ideas are not just proposals anymore, they are being written into the very laws that govern the most powerful legislature in the world. And none of this happens without the diaspora, many of you here in this room. Iranian American activists are continuing to press your representatives and senators for enforcement of the MASA Act, the SHIP Act, many of the sanctions bills that were passed over the past couple of years. That pressure is ongoing, and it's the engine that's going to keep us moving. The diaspora matters because the regime's survival depends not only on repression at home, but also on disunity here and abroad. They want us divided, distracted, disengaged, and they achieved that for some time. But when we unite, as we saw with the MASA Act, we can move this legislature. Our voice is stronger than the regime's lobbyists. It's stronger than its disinformation campaigns. It's stronger than its intimidation when we are united together around these policies. Looking forward, the next Congress is going to be decisive, for us especially. We need to push for the Maximum Support Act, the next iteration of the Maximum Support Act, to advance out of committee, to get floor votes and ultimately become law. That's going to require every diaspora activist here with us and not to double down. Every interview, every op-ed, every email matters. At the same time, we need to win the enforcement fight. What I was just mentioning about the MASA and SHIP Act, surprisingly, the Trump administration has yet to enforce either of these bills. These are laws which exist at least partially, if not largely, because of our movement, and they will mean less if we don't continue fighting for their enforcement. We also face a messaging battle. As I mentioned, the regime wants Americans to believe there is no alternative, that the Iranian people are too weak and too divided both inside and outside of the country. Our job is to tell the truth. Iranians are courageous, they are organized, they have the capacity to organize, and they're hungry for freedom. And finally, unity, as I mentioned, must be the key to this strategy. We can't afford continued fragmentation. Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi's 3 principles, Iran's territorial integrity, separation of church and state, and fundamental human rights, including the right to vote, are ones we can all unite over. This year proved that when the diaspora acts, Congress will respond, but we can't stop here. The question before us is whether we'll press forward until maximum support is not just a campaign, but the settled policy of the United States. The Iranian people are risking everything on the streets of Tehran, Isfahan, Shiraz, and all across the country. The least we can do here in Washington, in Los Angeles, in London, or Berlin is risk our comfort, our time, and our energy. Thank you.